We live in a world that never stops screaming for our attention. You're likely feeling it right now. The weight of 1,000 to-dos, the anxiety of falling behind, and that crushing sense that you're trapped by your circumstances. We feel small, confined by our schedules and our stressors. But what if your world isn't defined by where you sit, but by how you think? Today we're looking to a man who lived the ultimate paradox, a man whose body was confined to a chair for decades, yet whose mind mapped the very edges of the universe. Stephen Hawking didn't just survive. He conquered reality through the sheer power of perspective. Let's learn how to unlock your mind, even when the world feels like it's closing in. Module 1. The Power of Adaptation. The quote, "Intelligence is the ability to adapt to change." We often mistake strength for stubbornness. We think if we just hold on tighter to our old plans, we'll succeed. But Hawking knew better. When his world changed, when he lost the ability to walk and eventually to speak, he didn't break. He adapted. Intelligence isn't about your IQ score. It's about how quickly you can stop mourning what was and start working with what is. When your project fails or your path shifts, don't fight the tide. Flow with it. That is where your power lies. The transition. But adaptation is only the first step. The next is how we view the obstacles themselves. Module 2. The Gift of Low Expectations. The quote, "My expectations were reduced to 0 when I was 21. Everything since then has been a bonus." Think about the pressure you put on yourself every morning. The expectation to be perfect, to be wealthy, to be ahead of the curve. It's exhausting. Hawking faced a death sentence at 21. By letting go of the should-bes, he unlocked a profound sense of gratitude. When you stop expecting the world to hand you a miracle, you start noticing that every breath, every cup of coffee, and every small win is a gift. Shift your baseline to 0, and suddenly your life is no longer a series of failures, but a continuous streak of bonuses. The transition. When we stop worrying about what we're owed, we can finally focus on what we can do. Module 3. Quiet minds, loud thoughts. The quote, "Quiet people have the loudest minds." In a culture that rewards the loudest voice in the room, there is a hidden, massive power in silence. Hawking couldn't speak without a computer, yet the world hung on his every word. Why? Because his silence was filled with observation. Your overthinking isn't a flaw. It's a toolkit. Instead of venting your anxiety or reacting to every critic, take that energy and turn it inward. Build something in the quiet. Let your results do the talking, and let your mind become a sanctuary of deep thought, rather than a megaphone for shallow noise. The transition. However, a loud mind is only useful if it refuses to give up. Module 4. The Persistence of Action. The quote, "However difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. It matters that you don't just give up." It is so easy to look at a mountain and decide it's too high to climb. We become paralyzed by the scale of our problems. But look at Hawking. He couldn't move a finger, yet he decoded the secrets of black holes. He didn't focus on the 1,000 things he couldn't do. He focused on the one thing he could. Think. If you're overwhelmed, stop looking at the mountain. Look at your feet. What is the one small, microscopic action you can take right now? Do that. Then do the next. Success isn't a leap. It's a refusal to stop moving. The transition. Perspective, after all, is the ultimate tool for resilience. Module 5. The Cosmic Perspective. The quote, "Remember to look up at the stars and not down at your feet. Try to make sense of what we see and wonder about what makes the universe exist. Be curious. Most of our stress exists in the 6 inches between our ears. We stare at our feet, worried about the dirt on our shoes, forgetting that we are walking on a planet spinning through an infinite gallery of wonders. Hawking's greatest gift to us was perspective. When you feel the walls closing in, look up. Realize that your current crisis is a blink in cosmic time. This isn't to say your feelings don't matter. It's to remind you that you are part of something vast, mysterious, and beautiful. Stay curious. As long as you are wondering, you are never truly stuck. The conclusion, your infinite journey. Stephen Hawking proved that the human spirit has no boundaries. Your current situation, no matter how restrictive or stressful, is not your final destination. Your mind is a vessel capable of traveling to the ends of the universe, even if your body is tied to a desk. Take a breath. Adapt. Lower your expectations, but never your standards. And above all, keep looking up. Thank you for watching.